Hey, good morning, guys. Pawpaw here. I'm on my way to the doctor. I'm gonna see if I can get a tetanus shot. I haven't had a tetanus shot in who knows how long, and my leg is sore. It's a little swollen, a little red. See if I need any antibiotics or anything like that. I feel good, but just a little. I haven't done much. It says she's been gone ever since. She left on Monday, and I think it was Monday evening when Heidi had her little accident and bit me. And it's not her fault. Listen, she was scared that Duke was trying to hurt her pawpaw. And then it would have been okay if he'd have just left, but he turned around to fight her. Well, the wrong thing to do, because he come down and tried and butted her. Boy, she come back at him, and I happened to be between them. And I know she didn't mean to. And in her own way, I can see she feels bad about it. I really can. She just stands there and looks at my leg, and I know she's upset about it. Anyway, I've got an appointment, and I'm gonna go, and she's coming back today. Just got through talking to her. She calls me every morning. We have a long talk, and sometimes in the evening. She's had a great time. I wish she could have stayed longer, because you can't, even though she didn't want to do nothing, just sit and visit, you can't visit enough just in 2 or 3 days. You know, when you haven't seen your loved one in a year or two, you know. I remember when I used to come home on leave, and I was in the service, and you may have 20 days, you may even have 30, but it just never was enough time for you to see your family in a year or two, you know? Just wasn't enough time. But anyway, she's coming back today. I've got to go. It's a doctor's appointment, and then I'm gonna come back and try to make sure all my messes are cleaned up. Yeah, all my messes are cleaned up. I made a video. Well, y'all probably see it before you see this one. About those skillets. And I think it's going to be posted next week. They come out beautiful. They come out beautiful. But the thing was, old Dan has been looking, begging, trying to find a big one for a fish fry, that he can use for fish fryer. I had 2 big ones. So he don't know of it. I'm going to probably surprise him with one of them. And maybe even tell him my recipe every time he gets a chance, folks. Every time he gets a chance. In secret. Dad, well, it's just me and him. Dad, what all you put in your biscuits? And I said, oh, bud, just my starter and flour and stuff. And he said, yeah, well, what stuff? What stuff? How much stuff? And just every time. I know he likes them. I know he wants to try to get to that perfection. That perfection. All right, I gotta go. I'm coming up on the highway. I gotta go. I'll catch you guys later. Well, I'm on my way back home. Saw my doctor. The leg is not infected. It's swollen, but it's just bruised. I don't think really nothing to worry about on that, he said. And don't see a need in a tetanus shot. Been several years since I had one, but he said, dog, me and rabies are all up to date. There's no infection, and it's just swollen. But anyway, did some other lab work and stuff, and just getting old, I guess. Just getting old. They're gonna change some medications up on me. And you know, the same old thing. Oh, you gotta watch your diet better. You gotta do this better. You gotta stop doing this. You gotta get your rest. You gotta sleep more. yeah, right. All kinds of stuff they recommend you to do. Anyway, I feel okay. My leg hurts. I mean, it's just sore. You know, it's just sore. And I had x-rays, you know, the other day about my knees. My knees are gone and I've got some issues in my back. It's just hell to get old. You gotta be tough to get old. Y'all ever heard that expression? You gotta be tough to get old. Alright, I'm on my way home. I got stop at Ralph's for a minute. I don't want to go to the feed store today. I got to go home and kind of touch up some stuff I didn't fix up, clean up. My wife's on her way home. I want her to come into a clean house like she left it. My bed will be made up. I'm glad she had a good time, seriously. I really wish she could go more often to see her brother. Her other brother lives in the Philippines. There's no way she's going to be able to go there. But this is the only one left in her family, and she needs to visit with him as much as possible. As much as possible. All right, I'm going to cut this off and get out of here. Catch you guys later. All right, folks. She's on her way home. I was at the doctor's office all morning. And I got home and this little table had come. And I talked to her on the phone. She says, would you please try to put it together if you have time? So when the little kids come back over, they'll have a little table to eat their lunch at. The other table got broke. I think it was indestructible, but she broke it. She moved it around somehow and it broke. Anyway, I normally don't follow these things. This is kind of a waste of paper. You know, I don't normally need to follow these directions. But she said, please follow the directions, because if you don't, you're going to have parts left over. So, I see right off, number one, this little thing has to have a little button put in it. I guess that's for the legs. So I'm going to do those real fast. Ain't going to take long. I've got the legs done. And some stuff out of my way. That's the little table itself. So I'm going to set it over here. I think what I'm got to do now, there's two little chairs. A little yellow chair and a green chair. And they made it easy. They got little yellow legs, little green legs, and the caps for the ends. So, without further ado, I'm going to put this thing together. But that's the way it looks. That's probably the most simple. Move, Kippo. Simplest little old thing I've put together yet. All the parts color coded to go together. You know, the yellow, the green, the little blue. The little directions were simple. That's the way I like them. Simple. So I'm going to put it in their little room for them, set it up, and I'm going to find something on TV to watch and kick back till G gets here. Oh, good morning, guys. Good evening. I'm going to say good evening. I'm going to post this tonight. It's Friday night. I don't feel good this morning. I'm going back to the doctor. I've got to have some antibiotics. My foot's all swollen and red. And one way or the other, they're going to give me some antibiotics, or I'm going to give myself. Anyway, I may not make a video for tomorrow morning, okay? But she's back. She had made her little video or vacation. So I'm going to probably post it for tomorrow morning. I'll post this one this evening. It's short, but you'll know what the deal is tomorrow when you go hanging with Pawpaw or you see Gigi's vacation. I hope you'll watch it. Hope you'll enjoy it. Anyway, I got kind of slack on my comments because I've been not feeling well. And like I told y'all yesterday, you gotta be tough when you get old. But anyway, I hope y'all watch her video. I enjoyed it. I watched it already on her camera, and I helped her post it. I said, post it for tomorrow morning because I'm not going to be able to come back today the way I feel and do a gifts and goodies. I always do. Ivan will understand. I've already went out and talked to him, fed him, brushed him. He'll understand. So I hope you guys will watch it. Hope you'll enjoy it. And I'll get back with you as soon as I can. This video's got some little stuff I put together yesterday and just sitting here when I got back from the doctor. I didn't feel like going nowhere or doing anything else, so I just sat here in the house and put it together. I did a pretty good job, I think. It was simple. I do good on simple stuff. I'll catch you guys later. I hope y'all enjoy this little video, and hope you'll watch tomorrow morning. I'll catch you guys later. And before I close this video out, I will have an ending on what they tell me at the next doctor. Another doctor. I'm going to see one day I get satisfaction. So I'll let you know when I leave there what they say, okay? All right, catch you guys later. All right, guys. After an hour and 10-minute wait, 15 minutes, I saw a very nice young lady, doctor, and right off she says, yes, you need a tetanus shot. And right off she says, you need antibiotics. And then you says, you go home, start your antibiotics, and you lay around that leg up, that foot up. I said, so I can tell my wife it's doctor's orders. I can just lay around. That's what she said. Hopefully it's gonna be okay. I gotta go pick up a prescription here in a little while and maybe get this stuff kind of clearing out. Catch you guys. The street I'm on is called First Street over in Splendora. And try to get over here. I want to show you the cemetery is up here that have my grandmother, my grandpa, my uncle was killed in the war, and several other family members are buried. And my great grandpa was in the Civil War, buried here also. The one that settled our place there in Plum Grove, that purchased that place and settled it. I'm not going to stop today because I don't feel like walking out there. Well, come over one day and I feel like walking. May bring Ben with me. Ben loves to look at tombstones and stuff. You know, he wants to be a mortician. Anyway, I come there and I baled hay out here when there wasn't no houses. Anyway, I'll come over one day. We're gonna visit some cemeteries one day when I feel like walking. I'll get Ben to go with me and take you some different cemeteries. We got family, parents, grandparents. We all know from my family is my mom and dad. There by Lester's house. Anyway, all right, I'm gonna get right up here and I'll show you. Then we'll cut this off. This is the original old road besides the railroad tracks. There's the railroad tracks and the highway over here on my left. And it's been here forever. Just a little tour. A little bit of a tour. We've very familiar with all this part of the country because we've lived, you know, close by, and everything we ever done was always around Splendora, Plum Grove, Cleveland. All right, cemetery right yonder, where that black fence is, and I'll show you. There's it's a new fence, beautiful fence. Those are graves right over by that, between that big tree and that other tree. There used to be a walk-through gate right here, and you always knew where to go, and you just drive up here and go walk through the walk-through gate. But now you have to go in down here. It's a drive that goes all the way around through the cemetery. Okay, just right across the road where the railroad tracks are over here. That's the railroad tracks. You see them right there. is where they brought my uncle back from the war. My grandmother wanted him brought back to Splendora, and the train, that's where the train stopped. And honor guard got off and brought him out across this road to the cemetery. And they had the service for him, and my grandmother wouldn't let them shoot their guns because she said he had heard enough shooting. So, anyway, that's the railroad track, and that's the cemetery where they're at.